So, I will Sing with the Spirit by John Rutter, and it's a lovely little anthem this. It's got its tricky moments and some tricky rhythms. It's in a nice bright key of A major. It moves out of there at one stage rather, and it's got some little twists and some little turns in it, which you'd expect from John Rutter. So perhaps if I play through and you follow, and then I'll come back and go over one or two little bits and pieces which perhaps might just need a little bit of attention. So here we go. Now I will incorporate the tune and your parts with a sort of accompaniment. So if you think I'm making something up, probably I am making something up. So just to help you, and it's one of those ones where you need, I will sing, got long notes in this, I will sing with a spirit, long phrases, so lots of support, and when you've got a long note, do support it. Anyway, that's assuming that you know the piece, so let's have a sing through. Here we go. And so on. So then let's just look at, you've all at some stage get a chance to sing the tune, don't you? So, and it's just knowing some times where the tune actually goes. Surprise, you're going great guns, and then from page 12 to page 13, all of a sudden it goes off somewhere you're possibly not expecting. Sing with the Spirit. This is the beginning. I will sing with the Spirit. Now where are we going? Somewhere quite expected, so be ready for that so that you know that you're actually coming up to something which is slightly different. So let's go from the beginning to that, and then we'll look at some other danger moments. So let's go from the beginning. Here we go. Sopranos, ready? Lots of air in. Go. I will sing with the Spirit. Everybody. I think I would put the T on in the rest. With the Spirit. I will right in there and get a good breath. I think it will naturally happen. Harmony from the bottom of page 13 going into 14 where we break into parts. So altos, tenors and basses, you've got so there is a little clash there at top of 14, altos and tenors. I suppose as you're all distant you won't quite know that there is that clash there, but believe you me, it is there. So if we perhaps just look at those harmony parts slightly slowly from the last two notes of page 13 with the sopranos on the top, and let's just take our time. One and sing. Going on. And then building. Nothing too difficult there, harmony wise, I don't think. So just moving on, let me put my pages so that it's easy. And then we got this little bit where you all get a chance to sing the tune. Altos, you get a lovely moment. So, and I will sing with the understanding also, hallelujah. Sopranos, far before you come in. So the pulse or the pace of the thing seems to have slowed up because we've got longer notes in the accompaniment, but don't be put off by that. Here we go, and sing. Now altos, you'll be moment. In that moment, that's, you could tell I stopped on that C, didn't I? And I really make the most of that moment in altos. You don't often get a lot of solo moments. So let's just do those two phrases again, and I will sing sopranos. Here we go, bar before. Altos. Enjoy this moment. Gentlemen, and I will sing with the understanding rules. Everybody. Last phrase, let's break it down. Sopranos, your Alleluia starting with the altos at the end of the second line of page 16. You've got this. Okay, like to try that and sing. Lovely, and altos, you've got this. You've got that falling seventh straight off there. I think a lovely little moment, haven't you? I'll just play that again. So just altos, one and go. Okay. So with the sopranos, put it together, one and sing. Gentlemen of the tenors and the basses, you've got similar things going on, and actually about the altos and the tenors you do get to sing at the same time at one stage. But anyway, basses and tenors, let's do the bass part first. A firm foundation. Hallelujah. In fact, I'll sing it at the right pitch. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Basses again, go. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Tenors, you've got this. Okay, I don't think I'm going to sing this. I don't want to do myself any injuries. Tenors, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Tenors and basses, one and sing. So 4 parts, one and sing. Good. So let's consolidate what we've done on page 15 and page 16. And there was something which I was thinking about, and we have to be careful that we sing and I will, and not and I will, not, and I will sing. I'm sure you won't, but just be aware of that. It can happen. There's probably other places as well where that can happen. So just be aware. And I will sing with you. Okay, bar before you come in, sopranos. Here we go, bar 41. Here we go. And sing. Gentlemen. Now Mr. Rutter has marked in there dolce e legato, so sweetly and smooth. So have that in mind. You're singing about understanding. I will sing with the understanding, so you need to sing with the understanding about the music too, don't you? Sweetly in legato. And I will sing would be nothing like Mr. Butter was intending. And I will sing with the understanding. If you get my drift. Okay? So just be aware of that. Also, towards the end of that section, there's an allegando. That means broadening it out and enjoying out. Then we go back to tempo. Okay. Right. So, going on to the last section, and then we'll perhaps try and run the whole thing. Let me get my pages in order in a minute. So we come up to the last verse on page 17. Once again, some of my lines are missing from the music, so I will sing. So just looking at what's going on there. Basses and altos, I will sing. Sopranos. So, gentlemen, it's all of you there, tenors and basses. You're all singing the same thing, unison, together. And you're singing the tune with the altos. So, the altos and the tenors and the basses are singing this. Whilst the sopranos go, and I'll play the end of these parts. So you've got to fit your I will sing, and you have to move off slightly differently, a little bit earlier than you were thinking. Okay, so sopranos, you've got this. Strut. I'll just play this all through and we'll fit it together, and here we go. One and sing. so on. So not a big flourish to finish with, it just goes away. Rallentando slowing down, and then on page 19, tempo but a little less movement, another rallentando, and then into lento for the last couple of bars. So let's go back to page 17. I will sing, I will sing. So, last verse everybody. One and go. You might like me to break that down a little bit for you parts wise underneath. Sopranos, as you go out to the stratosphere. Up in the sky. A little sequential figure. Right, I'm just looking at these notes here and I don't think I'm playing the right ones. Excuse me, no, I was playing the right notes. I'm missing my top line. Excuse me. I was playing the right notes. I'm missing my top line every time on the top stave. So I've got 4 lines, and anyway, I make excuses. Underneath parts, let's do yours then. So I will sing altos, tenors, basses. That's straightforward, isn't it? Now into parts. 2, 3. Up to a C sharp there, altos. How about that? So all of a sudden, on page 19, Hallelujah. Okay. Right, I hope that's given you a flavour of that piece. What I'm going to propose to do now is to run the whole thing through and try and consolidate what we've done so far. Okay, so I will sing with the spirit all the way through. I'm taking it perhaps a tad slower than it ought to be, but for rehearsal purposes I think let's be slightly steadier and fit everything in. Okay, so sitting up, lots of breath in, bright but serene. You have to think the thing that you're going to be bright and serene and be confident. I will sing with the Spirit, with the Spirit, and don't rush, with the Spirit. There's time for every note, so don't rush anything, although we are going on at fairly brisk rate. think about the dynamics. Where it's loud, then sing loud, but never louder than lovely, and enjoy all the time. And smooth and legato in the middle, and so on and so forth. I'll try and remind you of some of those things as we go along. So here we go. John Rutter's I Will Sing with the Spirit. Did you notice what I did then? I wasn't ready. Sure you won't be the same, but do think in those bars coming in. Don't snatch your breath. Be ready. I will sing, and somewhere to go. Sorry about that. Let's start again. That was as much my fault as anybody else's. Breathe. There we go. So that's a flavour of Mr. Rutter's, John Rutter's I Will Sing with the Spirit. Also, any bits that you're not sure about, as I said, you can come back and look at this, but the RSCM have actually provided rehearsal tracks, so they're all there. I'm sort of not exactly reinventing the wheel, but just to encourage you a bit. There we go. So I'm going to do one more in this rehearsal video. And it's a hymn. There is a higher throne. Keith and Kristen Getty, and arranged by Paul Leddington Wright, former Director of Music, Coventry Cathedral. He's arranged lots, and you would see him quite a bit on Songs of Praise. Just looking through here to make sure, once again, one or two of my notes haven't come out very well. Isn't really very helpful, is it? It's never very good when you start out doing something and you discover partway through, in actual fact, you haven't got the music printed. It looked fine on the screen. When it's come out here, it's not quite so good. And I might arrange something differently for the next session. There is a higher throne, so I'm sure you'll pick this up quite easily. Harmony optional. Let's put the harmony in. Let's give ourselves a challenge. The 4-part homophonic singing. I'm sure you'll pick this up straight away. So going from the top, I'll play it all the way through once to give you an idea of what we're up against. 2. Back to the beginning. Go on, join in and sing. And sing. There is a higher throne than all this world has known, where faithful ones from every tongue will one day come before our God will stand, may faultless through the Lamb, believing on the promised grace, salvation reign. I think that's rather lovely and nice and straightforward to do. Let's do the refrain, the harmony, basses and tenors. Okay, so let's do those notes. I'll do the sopranos and alto, put the whole thing together. Excellent. Here we go on a G. Off we go. fairly sure if I was at choir practice, somebody from the tenors or the bass, oh, I haven't quite got that. And so I might just do that again. Here we go, basses and tenors. Here we go now. Very few leaps in that, mostly sort of stepwise motion, isn't it? So bass is moving all the way down the scale, not quite to the bottom, but nearly. Lovely, altos and sopranos. Let's do you once, and one. Hopefully you're happy enough. 4 parts together then. 4 parts, SATB, the refrain, off we go, gentlemen starting, 3, go. Let's do the whole thing, and that'll make a nice gap, I think, in which to stop. So once again, sitting up or standing up, really enjoy this. It's rather lovely. I'll make sure I put the right number home. Isn't that great? I enjoyed playing that, you might have gathered. Okay, well, I'm going to stop there for now. I'm quite excited in some respects. I'm going to my home church to turn the organ on and make sure it's all right. And it's not been switched on since the end of March, so it'll be interesting to see if it's still as good as it was before. No reason why it shouldn't be. Right, until the next time.